Hi, boys and girls. I have another story to share with you today. This week, we are still working on all of our strategies. I'm going to review them again. Our retelling hand, where we retell the story using our characters, our setting, beginning, middle, end, and the heart of the story, where we make a connection, either to another book, to ourselves, or to the world. You can also tell the author's purpose or the main idea of the story. So today I'm going to read the story called Where the Wild Things Are. And the stories and the pictures are by Maurice Sendak. That means he wrote the words and he drew the pictures to this story. So as I'm reading, I want you to be thinking about your retelling hand. I want you to be thinking about the author's purpose. And I also want you to be thinking about what you think the main idea is of this story. All right, let's begin. And Teddy's here with us today too. She's gonna just hang out. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. And mischief is trouble. And another, and look, he's chasing his dog. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. And look at his face. He does not look happy. Oh, he was sent to bed without any food. He has a mean look on his face. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. Now take a look at that. Now think about this story. Do you think this is reality or fantasy? Think about that. And grew. Look at that forest. That's quite a forest in his bedroom. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And look at his bedroom. That's amazing. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And look at his sailboat. It has his name on it. See? Max. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. So he kept sailing to where the wild things are. That looks kind of scary. Look at that wild thing. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Ooh, look at them. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all of their eyes, their yellow eyes, without blinking once. And they were so frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. So he was able to scare them and tame them by staring at them and not blinking when he stared. And look at, they were scared of him. He tamed them. Look at them. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. And look at their wild rumpus. See that? Their wild rumpus. Now they're hanging from the trees. And now Max is even up on their shoulders. Look at that. It's like they're having some fun in the forest. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where all the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And there he goes. He's waving goodbye to all the wild things. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. That's a long sail. And into the night of his very own room, where guess what? He found his supper waiting for him. His mom had left it there for him. It was there. And guess what, boys and girls? His supper was still hot. Now, let's think about this story and remember what we talked about in the beginning. I want you to tell someone at home, either use your retelling hand and retell the story. Tell someone what the author's purpose was. Was it to persuade, inform, or entertain the reader? Or tell someone what you think the main idea was of the story. And use some details to support your main idea. I hope you enjoyed our story. See you next time. I miss you.